What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer. Going through those deck profiles in the next couple of days, so I'm going to be glad to take care of that. Starting with Pure Dark Magician, we'll go ahead and get right into it. Starting off with two Dark Magician, the one Red Eyes Black Dragon, and the one Dark Magician Girl. This is my favorite card art of this, of her, I should say. Going on to the three Magician's Rod, the three Magician's Souls, and I have a few hand traps here, so the three Ash Blossom Enjoy Spring, and the one Effect Veiler. I run one Effect Veiler because I do run a couple of Crossout Designators, and you know the advantage of the deck is that you're never going to be playing into Nibiru. You're never going to have 5 summons and a churn, so that's a dead card in your hand, and you don't have to worry about a Crossout Designator. Really, you just need your Magician Rod to go through most of the time, so that's why I kind of have that here. I like it at 2. I don't think Crossout Designator needs to be at 3. Otherwise, the consistency of the deck is pretty darn good, so pretty happy with where I have things. Onto Illusion of Chaos. Like, I wouldn't play this deck until this card comes out, to be honest with you. It really is the thing that holds it all together. You know, it can send some of your bricks back. It obviously fixes your hand 90% of the time. So yeah, Illusion of Chaos, 10 out of 10. Very good card. The Red Eyes Fusion, of course. There's a Dragoon package in here. The Dark Magic Attack. It's a good board wipe for spells and traps. It can be searched with Eternal Soul, especially if you stack your deck and you're like, ooh, I do not like what's coming with me. Being able to add Dark Magic Attack can help you shuffle your deck, so that's where the advantage of that comes from. I run a copy of Bond Between Teacher and Student because Dark Burning Magic, a board wipe, is obviously quite incredible. 2 of the Soul Servant, being able to stack anything on top of your deck, and especially if they destroy both of your Eternal Souls at some point in the deep game, Soul Servant can actually place it from the graveyard to the top of the deck, so you kind of have infinite copies, or 2 extra copies, I should say. Illusion Magic is so good, especially if you normal summon your Magician's Rod to search Circle and they're like, oh, let me chain Infinite Impermanence. You're like, no you don't. Boom. Illusion Magic. So you get to search the Circle and grab 2 copies of Dark Magician. The 3 Dark Magical Circles, like the most important card in the deck. I run 2 of the Salvations. It's good fodder to send to the graveyard with Magician's Souls. Using the effect, especially from the other one, is normally not good because of cards like Magician's Combination where you don't need both of them on the field or don't want them. But I think that's why they made it a field spell, personally. 3 copies of Super Polymerization, and with the 2 Infinite Impermanences, basically you have 9 hand traps, quote-unquote hand traps, 9 forms of disruption from your opening hand. There is kind of how this ends up going, and I run a lot of Super Poly targets, as you'll see in a second. The 2 Crossout Designators, 2 Infinite Impermanence, like I've been talking about, Destined Rivals. Like, as you get deeper and deeper, and obviously all of this can be added with Dark Magical Circle, you just want more targets to be able to search, because this is pure Dark Magicians, right? This is nothing else, meaning that you get to use all these really cool cards. Combination I've mentioned, and then the 2 Eternal Soul. So this is about as pure as it gets. Okay, onto the extra deck. Because you have so much space, I like to run these cards. I mean, I guess you wouldn't have to because they're going to be dead most of the time, but yeah. I run the Eldritch the Mad Golden Lord, Dragoon, that's pretty obvious. Dark Magician the Dragon Knight actually is technically a Super Poly target because it, like Warlord Savage Dragon, they're all dragon monsters. Solomon Great Violet Chimera, like this is super good. This is the poster child of Super Poly targets, the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. I run Prank Kids Rocket because it's only 2 rocket monsters, and this can definitely mess up your opponent's turn. Mud Dragon, or I should say Mud Dragon of the Swamp. So those are all my kind of Super Poly targets. And technically this is too, because it's just a dragon effect monster, so which is pretty neat. Number 11, Big Eye, being able to take control of your monster. That's super sick because it doesn't negate its effects. Access Code Talker, Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus. Predator Plant Bird Anaconda is really good. The Imp Duke is able to get your Dark Magician off the field to set your loops up for Eternal Soul. And I actually like to run the Wood Relinquished Anima with your Magician Souls. It's kind of like a random card, but could come up. You never know if your opponent's not playing, isn't expecting. It can sneak you a win, maybe. Who knows? Maybe they put like their Winda in that one spot and they didn't think about it. Onto the side, I have 3 Nibiru, 3 Lancia, 3 Joel Lockbird, 3 Lightning Storm, and 3 Dark Ruler No More, which is pretty standard stuff, I would say. But yeah, that was just the deck profile. I don't like to go too crazy with these. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.